Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for Tower of God Chapter 358 or Season 2 Episode 278. Sorry this one is super late, well really only a few days late, but the basics of it are that I just have more videos to make than I have time to make them. So I'm really trying to catch up, and I should be by the end of next week, but I'm just struggling to keep up with everything right now. So either way, let's go ahead and talk about this chapter. It was a good chapter. I feel like it should... I don't know. I was about to say I feel like it should have been better than it was, but nah, it shouldn't have been. It was really good. It just wasn't like a super important great chapter, I guess. But either way, let's talk about some of the stuff for a bit. So Kun is first shocked and then nervous about Eduan and meeting him and all that. But then he's like, he wouldn't be recognized, but he's still like, I don't know about all this. So they split into teams. Bomb, Rak, Kun, Andrasi, and Yuhan Sung will look for allies and draw the big breeder's attention, while Batis, Medley, Hackney, Sachi, and Boro will look for Eduan. The translations on what each of the groups were meant to do weren't super clear, but at least from what I logically gather from it, they'll be drawing the big breeder's attention because they mentioned to go up against the big breeder, and they also mentioned making sure the big breeder didn't pay much attention to them. So those two things would be conflicting with each other, but I think what they meant is that that group's going to draw the attention so that the group going for Eduan won't get caught as much. But we had the funny sequence and all with Rak being switched over to Team A and made the leader and all that. Yuhan Sung knowing to play into Rak's ego. But either way, Yuhan Sung says that Eduan will know if someone enters the Sweet Castle and that it's a hidden stage. Ordinarily, I guess that means they would just go to the Cold Land once they finish the normal test, but since they finish the real test, they get the choice. I guess, since it's a hidden area. Yuhan Sung said also he made a sad promise to Eduan, no clue what that promise or deal was, but he said that Eduan will be sure to meet with them and talk with them because of that. Then Ika Rachel gets left behind. We see what's happening with her. Chung pulls off the helmet, and what ensues is probably my least favorite scene of this because it doesn't make sense for Chung's character. Either A, Siyu is plot holing us up and Chung's character has now suddenly changed, or B, Chung is just totally bullshitting and manipulating Rachel. So I'm thinking it's B. I don't think Siyu would completely forget about everything he's written about Chung just in the past couple weeks before now. So I would say that he's bullshitting Rachel. Because he's like, oh, I'm trapped and I'm only doing this because I'm trapped and I want to escape and all this. But we just saw that he was pretty much torturing Batis and the other minstrels and then erasing their memories after he tortured them. So Chung's obviously got some screws loose and is a bit more manipulative and hateful and just overall evil than that. So yeah, I don't believe this for a second, and if this is true, then all that stuff just weeks ago about everything he did to Batis and all that, and him saying that he loved this, he loved the power and all that, I guess that's all bullshit now. I guess that was all a big plot hole if this is true, so I'm assuming it's not true. I'm assuming he's just manipulating Rachel. He also says that there are two other big breeders. I was kind of expecting more than just three of them, but he says that there are two others who are much older and stronger, and they'll immediately be notified and know if Rachel tries to bring people over into this other hidden floor, the hidden floor. So if she tries to bring people over, then she's going to get caught, is basically what he tells her. So I think he's going through all this too to kind of save his own ass. And it seems like he's going to make a deal with Rachel to escape, even though I think maybe he might not actually want to make a deal, he's just, again, manipulating her. So we then see the Cold Land group, and in the Cold Land, Bero and Irude, they're taking the Grand Quest already and struggling with it, and we see the big breeder Enemy, and his name is actually Enemy, so that makes things simple. Then we see the Sweet Castle group, and Eduan is an Otokonoko. He is a trap. So, yeah. Eduan's design, though, I think it's really cool. I like this, and I'm glad that they look around Kun's age, kind of. It is the young, regular Kun Eduan. So, I like that. His design reminds me of something, but I can't think of it. Reminds me of a different character. Can't think of it. I think it's cool, though, that I feel like he looks more like Aggro Agnes than he does Ron. I just think that it would have been cool if he looked, like, eerily similar to Aggro Agnes or Ron. But I think his design's cool as it is. Not much in the blog, really. Yeah, the only thing it was a very short one this week, and the only thing I thought was really important enough to even mention here was that, Siu said that Eduan was inspired by Dionysus, so he's sort of the, hedonism, he embodies the hedonism and womanizing of the 10 families. And that's basically it. So yeah, I thought it was a good chapter overall. Not the best, of course, but I thought it was good. The only thing I didn't really like all that much was the Rachel Chung conversation. But other than that, it was really good. I always like seeing the team interact and all that. And the biggest thing for me is I hope we focus on Sachi's group. Because we've seen so many times where they're like, okay, let's split into small groups. And then we see what Bomb's small group does, and a bunch of the others, it just happens off screen and we don't actually get to see what's going on. But Sachi's group right now is important. They're going to be the ones finding Eduan, making first contact and all that. I want to actually get to see what happens with them. So I hope we actually get to see what happens with that. And then Rachel's place in the arc is getting developed more and more. I thought her place in the arc was going to be to go with Bomb's team and be sort of that mole on the inside. But seems otherwise. Seems like she's going to have her own separate story, at least for right now, which I think is cool too. Either way it works. But either way it's getting developed. And then Eduan's, instead of... I kind of would have done Eduan differently. I think this chapter would have been fine without Eduan. We just end it when they get to the 2 separate stages, and then Eduan can have a bigger, grander reveal later on. I feel like his reveal just... it was just tacked on the end like, oh yeah, here's Eduan. It didn't feel like a big, surprising reveal or anything. But either way, still, very good chapter. I'd even give it 8 cold lands out of 10. Yeah, Kun said, oh, it sure is cold here, like twice, and I'm like, the place is called Cold Land, of course it's cold here. But yeah, either way, I guess that's it. Very short one. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this video, what you thought of this chapter, what you thought of my thoughts on it, and all that. Yeah, 8 out of 10, it was good. It was good, solid Tower of God chapter, but, nothing too huge. I said like, comment, subscribe for more, of course. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there, talk to you there. Then I guess if you want a link to our Discord server, ask and I'll give you one. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.